student. Now this is the second part of the chapter number Alexander Graham Bell. In the previous chapter we had discussed that how the Graham Bell had invented the telephone, and it happened accidentally that a day he was just sitting in a room, and then suddenly liquid fluid was drop out in his skin, and then he had told Thomas Watson, who was his assistant and who was sitting in the another room. Then he heard with the transmission of the sound with the wire, the Thomas Watson heard that, and then they both had invented the telephone. Then we know that the Graham Bell had invented one more gadget, and it was when he was only 12 years old. He had invented the gadget which can separate both the husk and the grain from each other. Now let's continue the rest of the chapter. Bell's curiosity and ingenuity were nurtured by his grandfather, a teacher of speech and elocution. Whatever the Graham Bell was, it is because of his grandfather also, who was a teacher of speech and elocutions also. When Bell was only 15 years old, he went to live with and care for his grandfather, who was aging and ailing. Ailing means not a very good health. So when the Bell was only 15 years, he went to live with his grandfather, who was old, and his health was also not good. So Bell went there and for his care. The two grave here means the grandfather and the Graham Bell's grandfather and the Graham Bell himself. The two grew very close to each other, and the grandfather encouraged Alexander to pursue his invention history. So here it is the Graham Bell's grandfather who encouraged all the time Alexander to carry on his inventions, right? So in 1870, the Bell's family life changed rather abruptly, suddenly. When they moved to Canada, Bell's two older brothers had died of tuberculosis, and Alexander's health had been failing too. His parents were convinced that America would be a healthier environment and moved first to Ontario, Canada, then to Boston. Bell thrived, grew healthier, his health improved. Eventually, he began to tutor deaf students in the Boston. Now, in the 1807, there was a very tough time, we can say, in the Graham Bell's life. Why? Because they shifted from America to the Canada, and there his two older brothers died because of the tuberculosis, and Alexander himself became very ill. So his parents decided that it is not a good place for them. So now they just convinced that America would be a healthier place. Now again they came back to the America and moved first to the Ontario, Canada. And then they had moved from there and then came to the Boston, America. Now the Bell thrived, grew healthier over there, and his health improved. Eventually he began to tutor deaf students in the Boston. Now he started giving the tuition to the deaf students, because as his mother was a deaf, so he know how to talk to them. So he started giving the tuition to the students. Then the parents of two of his students were excited by Bell's idea to invent a device that transmitted. Transmitted means a device to send the signals, right? So this is the transmitted multiple signal over a single wire. One of the parents learned, however, that another inventor, Eliza Gray, was working on a very similar project at the same time. So as here we know now that the Bell started giving the tuition to the deaf students in Boston. So there his two students' parents was very excited the way that the Bell was thinking about the transmission of the signal, of the multiple signals over a single wire. So among the two, one parents know that the one more inventor was there. एक और inventor है जिनका नाम है Elisa Gray. They were also doing the just thinking on the same idea, working on the same idea. So to encourage Bell, to help Rush's work along, the parent hired an electrician by the name of the Thomas Watson to help Rush's work along. The parents, Bell's assistant. So one of the parent just called the Thomas Watson, who was an electrician, and he had a very good knowledge of the wire. The Bell having the ideas how to transmit the multiple signal, and there was the electrician, the Thomas Watson, who having a very good knowledge of the wires. So one of the parents just hired the Thomas Watson to help the Graham Bell. He hoped that between the Bell's clever idea and Watson's practical skill, two men would succeed quickly. And his thought was quite correct. And however, instead of focusing on a multiple signal transmission, the device, Bell and Watson focused much on their time on a device to transmit the human voice over a wire. Now they started thinking that how to transfer the human voice through the wire. Now they both started focusing on that idea. Bell and Watson, now to protect their experiment, Bell and Watson voice transmitting device was registered with the United States Patent Office. What do you mean by the patent? Patent is the right given by the government to the person who was just doing the work in a specific field, right? So to project their experiment, so in this project they got the patent through the United States. Their patent was well timed. Gray attempted to file for its own telephone. So he had given his project name as a telephone the very same day, but he was turned away because the idea was already protected and owned by Bell and his supports. Now Gray, we had seen here Elisa Gray, who was that also just submitted his file over there, but the Gray already got the patent on that, so her idea was rejected, and then it was the Bell's experiment who was just patented by the office. On the March morning in 1876, it was an accident when the Bell's dream was achieved. The word, right here we had in the previous page we had seen that how the accident happened, that there was the liquid fell on the Bell's hand, and then he had just told that Mr. Watson, come here, I want to see you. Travel from the room. Bell was in to the room. Watson was in across telephone wires. The two men took their incredible telephone device on the road, demonstrating its proficiency in city after city. The year after his telephone came to life, Bell married Mabel Hubbard, one of the deaf student whose father supported Bell's dream of inventing the telephone. So now there is the story of Bell's own life, that then when they both had invented, they came on road demonstrating in, then they are just traveling one city and then another city, and then awareing the people. This is the way that they had invented a device and informed the people about their invention. Then after that, he married Mabel Haber. She was her student, deaf student, and his father helped him to hire Thomas Watson to help him. Then Bell was challenged dozens of times. So here we had seen that the Gray just put his file and for the patent, but because of the Bell had already got the patent on the telephone, so it was rejected. So this is not only the first time, dozens of the time in lawsuit in the court by the people trying to discredit means that deny the truth about something. His patent, he got so many patents. After that, he had invented a lot of things, so especially by other inventors who claimed to have invented the telephone before him. He won every time. Maybe he was not the only person who had invented, who was just working on the same field. So many other inventors also doing the same, but every time only he was the person who won that. Bell created the Bell Telephone Company, and in the first 10 years of its existence, telephone ownership in the United States grew to more than 150,000 people. Bell improved the device over the year. For example, he added a microphone that amplified the voice. Amplified means expanded the voice. So he had opened a company whose name was the Bell Telephone Company, and after the 10 year around that, the more than 150,000 people were got the involved on that project. And as he had invented the telephone, he is just now continuing his invention and doing the work for the improvement of the telephone devices. So as he had added a microphone that amplified, that increases the voice of the telephone. Now he also went on to invent and patent many other devices that would have pleased his mother, because of the way they helped people to solve problems. So not only the telephone and the gadget that he had invented earlier for separating the grain and the husk that we had just read in this chapter, but so many other patents also he got. Why? Because of the nature, because of the quality that he learned through his mother to solve the problem of the people. This is the quality that he earned through his mother. When Bell died on 2nd August 1922 in Nova Scotia, Canada, the entire telephone system was shut down for 1 minute in tribute to the man who revolutionized communication. So when he died in the 2nd of August 1922, the whole telephone system was shut down for a minute. It's just to give the tribute to the Alexander Graham Bell, who had given us a very revolutionized, means that the changed the extraordinary communication system. Because of his tribute, the whole telephone system was shut down. I hope you all can understand the chapter. Once you read the chapter yourself, then all the doubts will be clear up to you. And these are the word meaning given in your book. Right here, the word meaning given in your book. So you just all note it down in your notebook and learn it also. And in the PDF, you all will get the question and answers and prepare it also. Now, stay home, be safe. Thank you. Have a nice day.